are generally older males. And you'll see some of these shots where you can really see the talons on these guys too. They're beautiful. But I really talked to him a lot, gained a lot of rapport. And then there was one day, the last day that I saw him up there, and it was the last sun, just beautiful light from morning till night. I stayed up there the whole time and just waited for him to fly from his perch. But there was a woman that stopped along the road, and we were actually, most photographers were shooting from our cars, using our cars as blinds, and I have a sunroof in my little Honda, so I was using that and using a bean bag on top of that to shoot with my big lens. And there he is out in the field. But as I was doing that, a woman came along and stopped and she said, "What are you looking at?" And I told her, and she said, "Can I see?" And I said, "Well, I've got some binoculars in my car, but I had inadvertently locked my door." So I was trying to unlock my door with my foot because, of course, as soon as you look away, the bird will fly, which was what I was waiting for him to do. She finally got into my car, and she's now on my nature club list, and she emails me a lot. She emails me any owl thing she can find. So again, how nature brings people together, and I was just, that was such a thrill. And this was, I believe this was the last day. There's more pictures of that. So he sat out there and sat out there, and I sat, I was so cold. So you talk about the conditions and the waiting, but if you told me that bird was going to fly in 10 hours, I would stay and wait, just in case he flew in half an hour.
Now, how far south do they go?
I know that they go a little bit further south than here. I'm not sure how much further, not a lot. Yeah, and generally at this time, or at that time of the year too, you'll just see one at a time. Sometimes 2 or 3 have been spotted within a vicinity, but these are pretty washed out on the screen. Now you can start to see the talons underneath. So this was the last day he was there, and I think he just got tired of all the press. Paparazzi. And I wish that this wasn't so, it's real blown out on the screen, but. And some of these are going to show you how they approach their perch. It's pretty amazing.
Putting the brakes on?
Uh-huh. I accidentally put that one in there a lot. This will show the back of the birds, and feathers are spectacular. And while I'm showing these, does anybody have any questions about this? Because these are just
How far away were you on these shots?
These not really that far. I have cropped some of these to show on display.
Okay.
But I was using, generally for birds, I use a 600mm lens and sometimes a 1.7 converter. And with this guy, I was using a 2 to 400 zoom lens, and that allowed me to use the zoom on him because I didn't want to crop. I was cropping wings a lot, and so it allowed me to get the whole bird in as he was flying. The action shots are. He's got a bowl in his talons there.
So, did you say you were shooting that out of the car?
I was, not while I was moving or anything. I was shooting him out of the top of the car.
Oh, out of the top of the car? So you have a tripod?
I was using a bean bag. There's some big heavy-duty bean bags that the photographers use, and I was using one of those. I did set up on a tripod too, especially when he was perched out on the middle of the ice during the day, waiting for that flight shot.
Nice.
But this is the kind of stuff I was waiting for, just as he flew right at me. And that's another funny story. So I am shooting out at the top of top of the car, and so excited, and of course got there before sunrise, so my lights were still on. I turned off the car, and photographing for quite a while, and tried to start my car, and my battery died. It was dead. So thankfully, there were other photographers, and one of my friends who was out there too jumped my car.
Do you ever have anyone go by and honk when you're trying to shoot?
Yeah. One little sister. Thanks for bringing that up, Mandy. Take a bow. Yeah, that was an eagle day.
After you take the picture and develop it, how do you do this process?
On the canvas, I'm all digital with my photography, and so I use Photoshop and do minimal processing, and then I have a large canvas or printer, and I use canvas rolls, and then so I print it on that. And then I have my framer who does a great job with the stretchers, and then I stretch them over the canvas boards.
All the colors are perfectly real, and you haven't done anything to highlight any.
I may boost the saturation of it and contrast and things like that to make it look exactly like it did, but I don't like to do anything else besides that. Digital does have a tendency to not be as saturated or as full of color as film has been in the past, so most photographers are needing to do that with their digital photography.
Anybody have any other questions? Is it okay if I ask that now?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll just keep flashing these through. Oh, that's the one that... Anybody have any other questions?
What are you going to shoot next? What's your hope?
Well, I have to be careful when I say that. I was in Starbucks one time and I was talking about shooting owls, and people were looking at me like, what? I'm going to check out some of the wildlife areas around me. There's some swamps that I have to check out every spring and see who's there. The migrating birds, the warblers will be coming pretty soon. The little guys like that. That's a yellow warbler. It's just so cute. They're so tiny. So that's what I'll do.
Where do you go besides Oregon? Where do you like to go?
There's a Bong recreational area.
You like Bong?
Yeah, I love Bong. That's where this female snowy owl was, and the little short-eared owl.
Is that right?
Those are in Bong. Lots of short-eared owls in the winter there.
Ah.
This year I didn't see as many, but the last year there were 11 at a time. So it was a great year for them. And I like to go to places around me. There's a place called Turtle Valley Wildlife Area. It's been reestablished by the DNR into wetland, and that place changes so much every year. It just looks different. There's more and more water and lots of water birds. And last year I went out and...
Is that nearby?
It's about, where do you live?
Interesting County.
It's between Highway P and Highway O, and I think it is Walworth County.
Walworth.
If you send me an email,
Okay.
I'll find it for you on a MapQuest and send it to you. Okay.
Turtle Valley.
Yeah, Turtle Valley Wildlife Area. And that's a great place to go. And there's a path that goes through too, so you can see indigo buntings, dick thistles, all kinds of really great birds.
I think it's like just southwest of Delavan, just a little bit. It's right in the tail end of the kettle.
That's good.
Yes.
That's close.
And you've got great places in Milwaukee on the lakefront and around here.
On the river.
On the river.
They keep track of what as you go out of the building, there's a whiteboard there, and people are supposed to write there what they see, you know, and sometimes it's a fox with a baby, sometimes it's a bird or something.
Oh, that's neat.
So it's really weird. Snakes.
Yeah. So yeah, there's always some place, and that's the neat thing. Wherever you step out into, you can usually find something. You just have to see instead of just look.
Well, thank you all.
Thank you.